Shalom. Before I get started, all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, elder bishops of the great millstone. Peace and blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect and sincere believers of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, diligently laboring in his truth and all righteousness and sincerity. So I just want to get into this article here, going into more of the devil being exposed, the wicked being brought to light and revealed in this time, because all over the world we're seeing that there's a certain spirit that is against those that are in a position of power. And if you follow the money, if you follow the breadcrumb of wickedness, then it's going to lead you to one source, and that is the wicked, known as, or should I say otherwise known as Esau, Edom, in the scriptures. All right, modern day would be called, Caucasians or so-called white people, which really they're not white. They're red. Okay, their blood show forth through their skin. They're translucent. You see, but the hierarchy of Edom is Amalek, which today people will refer to as the JOOs. Right, just like Netanyahu, to justify what the state of Israel was doing to the Palestinians, he labeled the Palestinians as Amalekites, when in fact Netanyahu and the Israelis that are in the land, those are the Amalekites. You see, those are the biblical Amalekites. And of course, we know it is written in the scriptures that the Lord would have war with Amalek from generation to generation. But nonetheless, we're in a time where tensions are high, and a lot of, lower level Edomites, they're against the higher officials that run these governments, because you're going to see in this article, but we're in a time where knowledge has greatly increased. The lies can no longer be glossed over. Lies are not prevailing no more, and it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But the truth has gone out to the four corners of the earth through the means of the internet. Okay, which that's why the Lord set up the internet, so that knowledge and information can travel instantly. Everyone has a mass wealth of information at the base of their fingertips. Whatever you want to know, you can go on Google, type it in, and you can get an answer, or you can get the resources to find out where that answer may be. But we're in a time of heightened knowledge and information being greatly increased, and it was prophesied that would happen in the book of Daniel 12:4. And I'll read in the NLT. But you, Daniel, keep this prophecy a secret, seal up the book until the time of the end, when many will rush here and there, and knowledge will increase. Okay, so right now people are running to and fro. They're running here and there. They're trying to get answers. They're trying to find out, well, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Right? And where is the first place that they go? Well, they go to the internet, whether it's they're reading articles or they're watching videos on YouTube or Rumble or other platforms, really underground media. Because, we're in a time now where people, they don't trust the mainstream media because they understand who controls it, and they understand what's being pushed on these platforms is pretty much all lies and propaganda. It's not real journalism where you're objectively reporting on what's really going on. The mainstream Western media, what they show you on these platforms is basically a biased, one-sided narrative. See, they're not going to give you the full scope of what's actually going on, because if they did, then the truth would come out that all what they're involved in is unrighteous and unjust. You see, so in order for them to gain favor with the people, they must push these lies and propaganda on the tell lie vision. Okay, because all they do is tell lies. You know what I'm saying? But it was prophesied that knowledge shall greatly increase, and this is why you're having all these protests happen, all across the earth. People are upset. They're going to the streets. You know, people are going to the streets, and they're, you know, voicing their frustrations. And it looks like, they don't want me to bring this out, because this page keeps on freezing. And yeah, Salakia. Okay, so now it's it's crazy, man. I'm trying to bring this article out, and Satan, don't want it to come out, man. You see that? Now all of a sudden, like, my computer was running good. Now as soon as I come on this page, now everything starts getting start getting funny. But you know what? Let me just get a little bit of it. Hold on. A scene from Nazi Germany? No, this is London in 2023. The horrifying anti-Sem placards brandished by protesters on the Armistice Day march, as Suella Braverman says, quote, sick inflammatory signs on display mark a new low. Horrifying anti-Sem placards were brandished by protesters on the Armistice Day march yesterday, some of which appear to be reminiscent of what were used by Adolf Hitler's Nazi Party. And I brought this out the other day that I was on X, and there was a poll done that said over 50% of Americans agree with what Hitler did to the JOOs. All right, so that just shows you that you know what, I can't even really get this article like that, man, because this thing would probably crash my whole thing. But you know what, it's all good, you see, because that's how the devil do, man. Whenever you try to bring out some information that they want to censor. Okay, this is from Daily Mail, but they don't want this to be brought out, man, because they don't really want people to see that the world is against the small hat. You know what I'm saying? But basically, in that article, people had all kind of signs, that was saying, free Palestine, and that. Let me try to reload this one more time, man, because the devil really don't want this to come out, man. Like this, like the fourth time that this page crashed. You know what I'm saying? But if I can't read it, I'll just show some of the signs that these people have, right? So you see here, no British politician should be a friend of Israel, okay? And the America and Western Europe, they're backing genocide, basically. They're backing what they call the Nakba, okay? Just indiscriminate killing of men, women, and children. Just indiscriminately destroying lands, man. You see what it say here: resist and fight. Zionism. You see there, okay? You see these signs that people is holding up. So again, man, knowledge has greatly increased. Like the whole world, through the means of the internet, they see what is going on. The puppet master, okay? People understand that Joe Biden, the Obamas of the world, the Trumps of the world, these people are nothing more than puppets that are set up by the JOOs, okay? But especially the ones that are on the top, you see? The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, you see? So the page crashed again. So you see, they don't want this information to come out, man, But y'all, you saw the placards that people were holding up, man. But see, again, this is why people are protesting, man, because the truth is coming out. They can't hide this no more. You see, they can't continue to forward this lie, this narrative that the poor Israelis, they're being, basically the whole world is against them. We as the West, we need to be their allies. We need to protect them. But look at what the West is doing over there in that land. They bombing people with no care in the world. And see, this is what Esau has always done. But now his actions are on full display. The world is watching. Okay, the world is watching what's going on over there, and the world is also seeing that the narrative that is being pushed is in favor of the Israelis. They're not talking about, what's going on the Palestinian side, how many children have been killed, how many women, how many elderly people have been killed in these attacks. You see, they're not bringing that out, but they'll tell you, oh, American citizens are being kidnapped, which, by the way, we don't know the names of, and this is happening to the Israelis, and this and that, right? But it's what's going on mainstream media. Once again, it's a very one-sided, biased narrative. You see, but the wicked is being exposed, and this is why it says in 2nd Ezra 15:16, for there shall be sedition among men. Now, sedition is what? A separation, protest, uprisings, right? This is what the scripture said that there would be in the last days. Sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Now, kings and princes represent what? The higher authority over a government. Okay, really the higher authority that rules over a people. So the mayor, the president, your local governor, state representative, people like that. The scriptures say what? They shall not regard these people. Okay, so basically we're at a point now where people know that these higher officials, they're puppets. They're doing the will of the elites. That there was this deception that these people were voted in, that voting matters, which really it don't matter, man. Okay, this is why we tell our people not to vote, because look how long that Jake has been voting in America, and where has it gotten you? You still the poorest and the most oppressed people in this land. So voting has done you no good, man. It's time to vote for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, that's the message that we pushing. But these regular, low level Edomites, they're looking at their leaders and they're saying, wait a minute, you guys are evil. Okay, you people are bought and paid for. You're puppets. You know what I'm saying? You're not in it for the benefit of the American people. See, you're in it for the benefit of your JOO masters. Okay, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Gettys, DuPonts, built, Bilderbergers, you know what I'm saying? Names like that. We already know. All right. So this is why they're not regarding their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So people now are like, well, you've been lying to us. Well, hey, now we don't care what you got to say. You see, they shall not regard them. They're going to do what they want to do. People like when they try to institute this martial law, hey, you already know people going to buck up against that. People are going to come against it. They're going to protest. They're going to riot. They're going to march. They're going to do whatever. Okay, so they're not going to regard their kings nor their princes. Okay, they're basically going to say to hell with Joe Biden, to hell with the American government, to hell with paying taxes. Just to hell with all of this, because all of this has been forwarded in lies. Okay, it's not anything that is profiting the people. And now we're in a time where these things are more profound than ever. Let me go to 2nd Ezra 9. All right, because it was prophesied that in the last days, before the Lord would make his return, there would be uproars of the people in the world. And this is a sign to the elect, to the true believers, to let you know that this world is on the way out. All right, 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, once again, protests, violence, people rising up against their governments, uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So the end is manifest through all what you see and going on, even from this article that I can't bring out because the devil don't want me to, but it's all good. Okay, the elect of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai will still get edified. No no matter what the devil wants to censor. You see that? But in the land today, people know that those are not the people. Okay, basically the whole Muslim world knows, even the Israelis that are over there, they know the truth. But it's their, they have to keep this lie going, what I'm saying, for as long as they can, because they know that once they're found out to be the imposters, which really they have now, that destruction is going to come upon them. So I want to play this, a small portion of this, because this just shows you that the world knows the truth. All right. The world knows who the true Israelites are, who the true Jews are, and that it's not the people that are over there in that land bombing people and, running an apartheid government. Okay. It was prophesied that the true Israelites would be in exile and that they would not be back in that land until the Lord would gather them back to that land. And once they do get back in the land, the nations will learn war no more. Okay, all you're seeing over there in the Middle East is war. So clearly, obviously, those are not the people. Well, if it ain't them, who is it? Let's see.
Receive if they just keep the commands. That's all they have to do. And then the second half is the curses that are going to fall on them if they don't keep the commands. Please go read those. Go read those and think about what these people have been through since day one of arriving in this country as slaves. And you just make up your own mind and pray about it and see where the Father leads you on that. That's all I can say. For me, personally, this is my journey. And for me, it brought the scriptures alive to me. Like, I believed it. Like, these are, to me, his people that are still living this curse.
Black people over here getting killed. The black people in other countries scattered in the slave trade. That's the real biblical Hebrew Israelite.
So as a Gentile, I'm here to profess, black people, you are Israelites, you are the chosen ones, you are a prestigious people.
The black people, the people of color that are here, that have been brought here from Africa, their ancestors brought here from Africa, are the Hebrew Israelites. They're even in the African dictionary, African and Negro are two different things, are two different classifications of people.
Brothers and sisters, blacks of America, it's you. You are the true Hebrews. You are the true Hebrews from the Bible.
I would interject that the true biblical Hebrews are the so-called African-American people that are scattered abroad throughout the world.
Real Jews were Hebrews, black men who used to go there.
Now, the only race of people that were brought over on ships and sold as bondmen and bondwomen, which are slaves, are the so-called African-Americans.
Specifically, the people who have been sent all over the earth on slave ships, those people are superior, even in the Most High's eyes himself, because those people are the Israelites. And there's a scripture that says, not only it says if you bless them, you'll be blessed, but there's also one that says you have to cling to them or you can't even be saved.
I know the black people here.
So I'll stop it there, but you can see that people know. Okay, people know what's going on. The only ones who don't seem to know are our own people. All right, because Jake is hard-headed, Jake is stiff-necked, but the scriptures, that's how the scriptures describe our people as a stiff-necked people. You know what I'm saying? But hey, look, all these heathen know because at the end of the day, they can see that there's something special about Jake. Okay, you look at who dominates sports. You look at who dominates entertainment, singing, dancing, just being creative, who cooks the best, who dresses the best. You know what I'm saying? It all goes back to Jake. So, really Jake's culture is world renowned around the earth like no other nation. So the heathen can look and see that, there is something special about these people, even though they're the poorest people on the earth, even though they're on the bottom. They don't have anyone to represent them at the United Nations. They don't have a military. Yet and still, they're at the front and center of popular culture. And that's not for no reason, because the scriptures describe the Israelites as the salt of the earth. Now, when you look at the people that are in the land, they ain't got no salt. Okay, they ain't got no type of flavor. They can't sing, they can't dance, they ain't got no type of culture, and the culture that they do have is actually stolen from us. Okay, when you go back to the times in the Maccabees of John Hyrcanus, the certain Edomites, Amalekites, they were forced to observe Israelite laws and customs. Okay, to the point where they believed that they were the true Israelites. Okay, but that forced conversion was done by John Hyrcanus. All right, back in the days of the Maccabees. But those are not the people, man. They're proselytes, they're imposters. It's not them, and the whole world knows. So let me read this in Revelation 3:9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. So the scriptures already outlined it, that those who call themselves the Jews, okay, that they are the synagogue of Satan. Well, who worships in the synagogue? Who call themselves the Jews? Well, it's not the so-called Black, Latino, Native American. Okay, we wasn't calling ourselves Jews, man. We call ourselves Black, Latino, or Native American. Okay, we're not claiming to be the Jews. Well, we are now because we're waking up. But for centuries, who has claim that title of being the true people of the Bible? Who has claimed that title of being the true people of the Lord? Well, it's the people that's over there in the land. All right. The Ashkenazim and the, Sephardi, all these different types of sects. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that put themselves up on a pedestal with the Balfour Declaration to say, yeah, we need to have this land for ourselves because this is our ancestral homeland, which is not. Okay, this is all a lie. All right. And it's coming out now that it's a lie. And that vibration started with the prophets. And for years, you've had Christians and, other apologists come and try to disprove and debunk that, we're not the people. But at the end of the day, it was all in vain. You can see, because the truth is still going to come out. And the truth of the matter is that the true Israelites, the true chosen people of the Bible, are the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans of today. Okay. That's the truth. The bottom line. Let's play a little bit more of this.
Here are the true Hebrew Israelites. I know that.
No matter how much fact, no matter how much scripture you all are presented with regarding who the Hebrews in the Bible were and who they are in the earth today, which would be the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, the Native Americans, the Aborigines.
You so-called.
You see, so the whole world knows, man. Okay? It's not a secret, but on the mainstream media, you'll continue to have this narrative being pushed, which nobody believes anymore. Okay, this is why they're gonna have to shut down the internet. This is why they're heavily censoring the internet. As you can see, I was trying to go into the article, and it wouldn't even let me go into the article, man. You know what I'm saying? So we are in the midst of dangerous times where Cain is being exposed, man. Okay, the devil is being exposed, and he doesn't like that. So if he can't deceive you anymore, well, his next weapon is to go to the sword. His next best thing is to physically attack you. All right, this is what the devil do, man, because he's losing the war on information, and he's been losing it for a long time, but he's on his last legs now. All right, because even his own people, all right, as you can see, okay, many Edomites, all right, are even coming out. Look, you can't make this up, man. Now, who knows? This guy might be a Jake. Who knows, man? But he appears to be an Edomite. But he got, the face of Yahweh Shai. Now, brothers make illustrations or whatever, but we're not saying this is what Yahweh Shai looks like. But according to the scriptures, we know that the Savior, that the Messiah, was a very dark-skinned man from the tribe of Judah. But this right here, this ain't no white Jesus, man. All right, this is Yahweh Shai, okay, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. All right, that he got on his shirt. So there's a heavy spirit of truth, and lies are being overcome. Let's continue.
All blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the biblical Israelites.
The Hebrew Israelites, God's chosen people, are what we call African American. Okay, they're not African and they're not American. They are God's chosen people.
The real Israelites are the black and brown people of the world.
Your true Jews, or your true.
And I'll stop it right there because we could bring out proof and evidence all day long, which is what we've been doing. But when our people hear from us, they want to scoff and scorn. But hey, you got the heathen coming out in mass numbers, and this is just in the West. Okay, how much more people are saying this in the region where everything is going down? You see, the president of Egypt, and you can look this up for yourself, Abdel Gabal Nasser, if that's the right name, he said in the 1950s, pertaining to the JWOs that are in the land today, that you will never have peace in the land because you left black and you came back white. Okay, so the whole Muslim world already knows this, man. They already know. So I'll go ahead and end this lesson here. Hopefully this was edifying through the Rakah Kadash. And until next time, shalom to the elect.